Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com.
What is the law of blood found in an egg? It is a known Jewish custom to check eggs for blood prior to entering them into a food or into the frying pan. And many questions come up regarding the status of this blood that may be found and its kashrus effect that it may have on one's kitchen. Number one, does it suffice to simply throw out the blood, or must one, according to halacha, throw out the entire egg? Number two, what if the blood was found only after mixing it with other eggs or into the food? Must one have 60 times against the blood or the egg? Otherwise he must throw out the entire mixture and kasher the pot. Is this blood a biblical prohibition or rabbinical prohibition? So Mirz Hashem, in this lesson we will discuss simply the background laws of blood in an egg, and whether finding it in an egg prohibits the entire egg or not. In a further lesson, we will discuss the resulting law regarding if such an egg was placed with other eggs or other foods, and only then the blood was found. So it all begins with a Mishnah, Meseches Krisus 21:20b, which states that the blood of an egg is not under the biblical prohibition of blood. On the other hand, we find a contradictory ruling in Chulin 64b that blood of an egg is forbidden. And the final explanation brought in Rishonim, as accepted in the Poskim, is as follows. There are types of blood in an egg that are under a biblical prohibition of Isser Lav, a negative command against eating blood. And there's other types of blood found in an egg that are not biblically prohibited at all. Accordingly, it's ruled in the Shulchanaruch, Mechaber Yeridea 66.2, based on the Torah and the Rishonim, Tosfos Rosh, Rashba, and others, that any blood found in the area where the chick begins to form is under a biblical prohibition, as says the Gemara in Chulin. Other bloods, however, if it's not from the area where the chick begins to form, or one is unsure where it's from, it is not biblically prohibited to consume such blood. However, the Chachamim prohibited it. So bottom line is, if you find blood in an egg, it's usher to eat the blood, at times due to a biblical prohibition, at times due to a rabbinical prohibition. Now what about the rest of the egg? Can I just throw out the blood and eat the egg, or is the entire egg forbidden? So we find in the Rishonim and the Poskim a major debate in this issue. Everyone agrees that there are cases in which the blood finding invalidates and forbids the entire egg. The question is, which case? In which area must the blood be found to invalidate the egg in its entirety? This matter is disputed amongst the Rishonim, amongst the Mechaber and Ramah. The Mechaber, which is the Sephardi ruling, takes the position. If it's found in the yolk of the egg, the yellow, it forbids the entire egg. While if it's found in the white, then you simply discard the blood and the remainder of the egg is permitted. The Ramah, however, rules that in certain cases, even when it's found in the white, the entire egg is forbidden. And other Rishonim rule the opposite, that specifically when it's found in the white, the entire egg is forbidden. While it's found in the yellow, then that's when the egg is permitted, and just throw out the blood. Due to all this confusion, concludes the Ramah, the custom of Ashkenazi Jewry is to forbid the entire egg irrelevant of where the blood is found. Whether in the white or in the yolk, we always forbid the egg. So the summarized halacha comes out that whenever you find blood in an egg, we throw out the entire egg due to the Ashkenazi custom, irrelevant of where it was found, due to worry perhaps it's found in a biblically or rabbinically forbidden area. That prohibits the entire egg. Now, all this refers to eggs that have been fertilized by a male chicken. A little clarification for those unaware. Eggs can potentially be hatched by a hen with or without a male. When there is no male involved, then that egg that is laid will never develop into a chick and will remain an egg for its entire life. When a male chicken is involved, a rooster, and the egg is fertilized, that egg can eventually develop into a chick. The Rishonim rule, based on the Gemara in Chulin, and so is recorded in the Shulchanaruch Mechaber Yeridea 66.7, that the entire discussion of which we stated blood found in an egg invalidates the entire egg and is possibly biblically forbidden in consumption, is only discussing eggs that are fertilized by males. As such, eggs can develop into a chick, and such blood can be the start of the blood of an animal, which the Torah prohibits in consumption. However, blood found in an unfertilized egg, which will never ever develop into a chick, is not under biblical prohibition and is only rabbinically forbidden due to maras ayin. Accordingly, the final halacha is that when you find blood in an unfertilized egg, which in halacha is called muzares, as opposed to fertilized eggs which are called mufares, then it's permitted to throw out the blood and eat the remainder of the egg. And this is the final halacha l'maisa. Now we come to the $1,000,000 question. When I buy eggs from the store and I crack them open to look for blood and I find blood, how do I know if this egg came from a fertilized hen or not? So fact is that the vast majority of eggs on the market today are unfertilized. Egg farmers have only female chickens in the coop, no males allowed. That allows eggs to be laid every 24 hours due to heat and light conditions that they create for mass production of eggs. However, there is a minority of eggs that do come from fertilized chickens. So every egg that you buy that follows this status quo, and you weren't told for sure one way or the other, is majority chance it is unfertilized, and therefore you can eat the rest of the egg and throw out the blood. A minority chance that it's fertilized, and therefore the whole egg is forbidden. So how do we rule? So this matter is debated amongst today's poskim. Some of today's poskim rule, the letter of the law is, we always follow majority, kol de parish, meruba parish, throw out the blood, eat the rest of the egg. By any egg that you purchase today, you don't know its status, that's what will be done. So rules of Avodah Yosef in Yabia Omer 3.2, Yechavadas 3.57, and so writes the Igur Smeisha, Arachaim 3.61, that certainly from the letter of the law it's permitted. However, other poskim rule that practically one should not do so, and one should throw out the entire egg, just as he would do if he knew for a fact that it was fertilized. So rules the Minchas Yitzchak in 106 in volume 456, Shevet HaLevi, the Igur Smeisha, in his conclusion says that one should initially be stringent to discard the entire egg, as eggs anyways are very cheap. It's not such a major loss to be machmer. So goes Mordechai Eliyahu, the Mishnah Halachas, Chuvas Van Haggis, and others, and various reasons were given by these poskim for why we are stringent throughout the entire egg and don't assume, like the majority, that it's unfertilized. One logic brought up by the Minchas Yitzchak is that when you find blood in an egg, that's a sign that most likely came from a fertilized egg. Other reasons are also given. Practically, one should be stringent like this approach, and this is the widespread custom. Whenever you find blood in an egg, we throw out the entire egg and do not differentiate between muzares, mufares, fertilized, unfertilized. Over those who are lenient to simply throw out the blood and eat the rest of the egg have upon whom to rely, and so is done by many Yidden who follow the rulings of Rav Ovadia Yosef. What all the above has created is the basis for the analysis of the case in which you only found the blood in this store-bought egg after it was mixed with your food or other eggs. As we will learn in a further lesson, in such a case, even the stringent opinions that we brought will agree to leniency with a case of mixture of taruvas.